Alright, what's up, y'all? And this one is actually going to be something that's going to be Dallas Cowboys focused. So, Cowboys fans, hopefully you enjoy this one. Maybe not with some of the things that I actually am going to say, but I actually am looking at this as a Cowboys focused video because it largely involves the Dallas Cowboys, at least 2/3 of it officially, anyway. And with that in mind, I'm going to just get right into it. We're going to start with talking about CD Lamb. Now, it's real interesting because he's not expected to attend training camp for the Dallas Cowboys, and that's because he's eligible for a new deal, or at least he's going to be looking at getting a new deal anyway. He's expected to make $18 million this season, and of course you've got signings like what we had with Justin Jefferson, where he got $140 million, $110 guaranteed for 4 years. I would say he's probably up there for about that amount, if nothing else, at least pretty close to it anyway. I mean, when you look at a guy like CD Lamb, regardless of how you may feel about certain teams or whatever your allegiances may be, CD Lamb just pound for pound is easily one of the better players in the league right now. I actually feel like he's up there with the Justin Jefferson. I don't know that I'd necessarily say that he's better than Justin Jefferson, but if there's one guy I put right there with him, aside from maybe a Jamar Chase, it's certainly CD Lamb. And this is significant because there were a lot of trade rumors, and they talked about Brandon Ayuk recently, where the 49ers have declined all offers that teams have been making for Ayuk. I'd be interested to see what kind of offers would come for CD, though. But honestly, it's a situation where, one way or another, I feel like it's going to get resolved. I just would be shocked if it didn't. And if in the event somehow it didn't, I know of a team out here in the Mile High that would be more than happy to welcome with open arms. But, that's just me. Just wanted to put that one out there. But I would expect something to get done here. Again, as far as the expectation on the numbers, really, really difficult to say. I feel like it's going to be on par with the 4-year, 110 mil guaranteed. I mean, there's just no way that this dude's not in that neighborhood. Now, speaking of the neighborhood, we got to talk about his QB and Dak Prescott. And, of course, this is being discussed very heavy across the airwaves right now. And for good reason. I mean, it is the Dallas Cowboys. But, all seriousness aside, there's definitely been a certain standard when it comes to the Dallas Cowboy quarterbacks. It's actually funny that I mentioned the 49ers because the same could be said for them. I mean, both are franchises that had their glory years, their glory days back in the day, like going, I guess, from 60s, 70s into the 80s and 90s. But when 2000 hit, shit hadn't been the same since then. I mean, I feel like we hear about it enough from one Stephen A. Smith, but, it's just really funny to me because all these dudes that they've brought along, and not even just quarterbacks, receivers, but other dudes. This is namely a guy that I hear a lot about in terms of the money he's going to be getting paid in Micah Parsons, and deservedly so. I mean, that's something that's going to have to get taken care of, and that's just amongst a laundry list of players that the Cowboys are going to have to get taken care of. And that's just the way that it is with sports. Of course, when you're dealing with a salary cap, even though it is going up, you still got to figure out a way to fit all these things into one specific figure. And that's a particularly tough job to do. I'm not going to pretend I'm qualified for it, but this is going to be quite a juggling act that Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones, and the rest of that front office is going to have ahead of them. And I'm just thinking, if they have someone else that comes through that proves to be a breakout star, what then, But I guess that's up to figure that out. But here's one way to really stir that drink. I feel like this is something that a lot of people aren't talking a lot about, although it was mentioned a bit here on First Take. As I mentioned, it is across the airwaves, but Bill Belichick as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, honestly, I pretty much want to vomit at the idea of this, but I could very easily seeing it happen, especially with the way they've gone about the situation with Mike McCarthy and just how that's all panned out. I mean, needless to say, McCarthy's on a wing and a prayer at this point this season. And unless they get at least to the conference championship game, and even then, I don't know if I imagine him sticking around. It really depends on how they perform in said conference championship game, again, provided they actually get there. But, even with that being the case, I feel like something's going to end up having to give here. You're going to wind up being at a point again, if you're Steven and Jerry Jones, having no choice but to consider this. He is going to be available to coach. I believe he's, oh gosh, was it ESPN or Amazon? I forget who he's with, but he's going to be doing TV this season. I mean, it's going to be really, really interesting to see that. And, oh, it's College Game Day. He's going to be a part of College Game Day this season. That's what it is. Yeah, no, that's Nick Saban. I'm sorry, that's Nick Saban. I forgot. Yeah, I'm really not sure where Belichick's going to be at this season, but... Oh! It's going to be the show with Ryan Clark. I keep forgetting what it's called. Either way, that's what he's doing this season. I strongly anticipate it's only going to be this season. Maybe through next season at most. But if he's not coaching by 2026, then we may have actually seen the last of Bill Belichick as a head coach in the NFL, because, I mean, how much time can you allow to go by, is my question. As great as he's been, 7 Super Bowl rings, or actually 8 of them, I believe, but either way, 6 of them as head coach of the New England Patriots. Now, there's always going to be that discussion, was it Belichick or Brady? I mean, I think it was a little bit of both. Brady got the better of the argument, winning a Super Bowl his first year in Tampa, but, you know, there's only so much that can be said about that. I mean, I don't know if people treat that the same way that they treat the bubble when it comes to how all that went down with the pandemic and everything. I guess that's just a discussion we got to have at another time, but for me, this is the expectation I have as far as what I would anticipate where all these things are concerned. Honestly, it's a little surprising that they weren't in the running to go after him when the coaching search was up and running at its peak, but we'll see what happens at that point in the next offseason. I don't know. We'll find out. Either way, that's where I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know what y'all think. Here you go, Cowboys fans. Enjoy this. That's pretty much all I got. And, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know what y'all think down below. Y'all know what it is. Like, share, subscribe. Oh, really quickly, I do need to give a really quick shout out to a couple of people. It's actually been a bit of a decent week, and if nothing else, I want to be able to do this sort of thing a little bit more often here, because, you know, it's definitely about my growth here, or our growth here with the channel, excuse me. I don't mean to be me here about that, but, you know, since I'm the one doing the talking, you know. But no, in all seriousness, I do want to give a couple of shout outs here to couple of viewers. That's not where I wanted to go with that. I don't know why I'm struggling. First off, I don't know where I'm going so blind with that, but I'm going to give a shout out. I am going to say Richard Barron, 3720, I believe it is. Yeah, Richard Barron, 3720, shout out to you. Love the comment in the Bobby Lashley Hurt Business video. I mean, You probably by now have caught what I had to say about that, so you know that it just is what it is there. I'm trying to get to a subscriber shout out here. No, that's not it. I don't know why I'm not finding that right now. That's freaking wild. I can't believe this. Anyway, I have a subscriber shout out that I wanted to do here. Oh wow, okay, I got another comment. My brother D Mamba, shout out to you, brother, man. I mean, love that from you. I don't know why I'm not finding this, but I had a new subscriber recently, and what's gonna happen here, and I'm going over with this now, but what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna start shouting out all my new subscribers. Hopefully this is it. This isn't it right here. I don't know why I'm not finding this, but yeah. To all my new subscribers, people that comment, I'm going to shout you out in each and every video from now on, so definitely expect that. So with that in mind, like, share, subscribe. If y'all are new, if y'all enjoy, let me know what y'all think down below. And of course, I am A&J, and we will be back with more. Wow, what a morning.